Alright, today we're going to be playing a heroics mission in Star Wars The Old Republic. The heroics mission is repeatable, and so I have played this one before. So hopefully I'll be able to do it by myself, because I did it with a friend last time. So every planet has its own unique set of heroics missions. Generally they're supplementary to other missions that you're doing in the area, but they have their own unique story arc, so we can talk about them without having to know the rest of the information. So I'm going to be doing the one called Comrades in Arms. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that mission. We're going to go ahead and head on over and see what this is all about. Alright, so you can see over here we got our buddy to talk to. So what's unique about heroics missions is, unlike the longer story missions, you only interact with these characters for a few times, but they still have some really powerful themes that they leave with you.
Help me! You there? Yes, you, please! My comrade took severe damage while engaging the enemy. Please, we have to repair him.
Do not waste the time of an organic. The damage to my motivator exceeds reasonable repair. Continue our assigned task alone.
I cannot just leave you out here. I will return you to headquarters fully operational, brother. I have to.
It's like these guys, like you barely know them, but they have such good characterization. And then you come in here and you're kind of like an asshole. But I mean, that's kind of what playing a Sith is like, I guess.
The droid is worried about his little friend. Adorable.
Unit B6NX carries experimental emotional programming, which may be the cause of his current malfunction.
Camaraderie and compassion increase unit cohesion, thereby increasing combat effectiveness by a factor of 5.
The observed result is that your programming prevents you from ignoring my damage and carrying out mission priorities. A clear flaw.
Don't listen to him. This single-use pass card will open a hidden supply locker in the nearby junkyard. You can retrieve a new motivator, and we can repair my comrade.
Using our assigned pass card in order to repair me is a waste, 6NX. If the organics wish to help, they should use the card to retrieve a data spike to counteract your flawed emotional programming.
I'll gladly forego a few moments of carnage to get the two of you sorted out.
See, it doesn't matter what choice you choose. I always feel like a jerk.
Whereas Unit B6NX only chooses not to. Repairing his faulty programming is the most expedient solution.
Engaging those resistance fighters would have subjected
Honestly,
you to
like
further
in this
damage. I
scene,
couldn't
like the
take
most
that chance.
impactful thing for me
Please,
isn't the
take this
words,
card and retrieve
it's
a
the
motivator to
visual
repair
of
my
this
friend.
droid like
Please,
holding its
I can
guts,
even reward
because
your
that's a
help.
really
I know
human
the
way
location
of
another
portraying
supply cache,
injury.
one that isn't locked. Its contents will surely be useful to you.
Bribery. Refusal to carry out programmed directives. My counterpart's malfunctions are obvious. Please retrieve a data spike to correct him.
So sometimes you get these options right, so you can repair the damage, and it's like this really like nice thing to do. Or you can remove the emotions, and that's dark side. Like the game literally tells you what the morally good choice is, and your character just gets to decide.
Your counterpart definitely needs to be reprogrammed. Where can I find what we need?
You should be able to find the necessary data spike in the nearby junkyard. Use the pass card that 6NX gave you to retrieve it from its locked case.
But my comrade, he needs help. He needs a motivator.
Like these characters, like you barely know them, and you're still like, oof. This game does a really good job with that. And I mean, like Michael Clune would love it, because it gives you both a mini map and a big map. Like, he'd be in map heaven. All the maps. I'm really bad at reading them, but like I know they exist. Ugh. These elevators get me almost every time I fall off of them. So while we are running, I also have another character running with me. This isn't actually another separate player. This is my companion character. So different actions that I do can actually like gain influence with them. And And so then they like help you out when you're in battles, and they help take care of your enemies for you. And it's actually pretty cool. I have a couple of them right now, but like because I'm trying to like raise my influence and like get this companion to like me more because they're my new companion, they're the one that I'll be playing with. So you don't get to see my other companions here. Alright. Yeah, it's like sometimes when I play this game though, like it's bad, but there was one time where I played from 7 p.m. all the way till 5 a.m. So, you know, like when Andrew Irvin talks about like Zen in a video game, like I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, there's no way like you can play that long. No, you definitely can. I definitely have. Like it's on me, I guess. I try not to repeat that, but you just get like so absorbed. I definitely understand where he's coming from with that. Hate having to fight these things. But there's no good way around them. It's actually pretty interesting. How do they want us to get up there? Looks like there's a bridge. Sometimes the map isn't the most clear because this game is rendered in 3D, but the map is a 2D. But you make do. I definitely see where Michael Kuhn is coming from when he's talking about like these different maps. Definitely. I can definitely see the benefits of 2D, 3D, but I can also see the frustrations of them, that's for sure. See, when I'm playing this, I'm like really missing my tank. I normally play with one of my other friends, and he deals a lot more damage than I do, and these are a lot harder to fight as a solo player. I'm not the biggest fan. Yeah, those were tough. Those were definitely harder than I expected them to be. I do definitely appreciate the companion that I have right now. But there's also like this really interesting thing with the companions is like I have some companions that I definitely like more than this one. And some companions that I don't like as much. And it's really interesting because you don't get a ton of like character interaction. They don't really talk to you a lot. But you definitely have opinions about them. Like, oh my gosh, you have opinions about them. So despite being relatively flat characters, like, they actually do have a lot of impact on, like, you and the way that you play the game. It's like, because this character isn't, like, hasn't been my companion as long, like, they don't attack as strongly, they don't do as much damage. Which is immensely frustrating. But it's kind of like dealing with like real people, and like the more that if you spend time with them and work with them, like the more they like you and the more helpful they are. Which is definitely a lot of what this game does that I really like is the realism factor. Like you can definitely believe like these are real characters, like with these real emotions. And they really like you or don't like you. And that really hurt, whatever that was. That's for sure. Yeah, this guy needs to stop. So you can see the little gold star by this dude? That means he's, apparently overpowered. He's like the strong man of the group. I don't like him very much. It is interesting though, the way they like title the different characters to give you a hint of like how strong they're gonna be. Like they really use titles as a way to like shape the way that you view and interact with the different characters. Alright, got the data spike. Now the fun part is you don't go fast enough. They come back, they respawn. So I was luckily fast enough that the characters on the bridge had not respawned yet, but there's definitely a time constraint involved with all of these quests. Like, oh, see these hounds? They're back. Gonna have to deal with them again because I have no way around them. Let's see. I'm gonna try and only attract the attention of one of them.
Take it easy.
Nope, I got them both. Yeah, it's just, I really like not just the characterization, but the artistic expression in this game. Like, there is some amazing detail in the renderings that they use in this game. Like, you want to explore the different areas just to see what they've done, because they definitely put a lot of work in. My friend that I normally play with, he has the ability to activate a stealth run past the enemies, but I'm forced to rely upon judicious maneuvering. I think it's what this game really makes you think about that's interesting is the idea of a hero, in that like the character that you play is obviously your hero, right? But I'm playing a Sith character. And we can all agree, like, objectively, there's nothing morally good about a Sith character. Like, I literally pick the option that I am told is morally wrong in order to advance my character play. But at the same time, like, I mean, how do we define a hero? Like, they're the main character. Like, they're the celebrated figure. Like, they do all these amazing things. And, like, my character does that. But at the same time, like, God, my character is an asshole.
I can't believe you got the data spike instead of the parts for my friend. Now you leave me no choice.
It's time you return to your duties.
Repairing personality protocol. Functions resetting to standard. Please stand by. Excuse me now, my current assignment is to prevent enemy incursion into this zone, so I must stay alert.
Your assistance is appreciated.
Like, that, like, hurts to watch. Like, this character is like, you know, like, I kind of like B6NX, but you put that spike in and, like, boom, like, that's just, like, they're not even there anymore. And poor R5TM, like, he literally is, like, physically hurting. Like, and that's just the fact that these two characters can create such an attachment in such a short time is really just exemplifies like what this game does so well.